Very pleasant. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Trinity Baptist College on the Hill for the doubleheader between the Atlantis University Atlanteans and your home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, TBC Athletics dedicates this three-game weekend series and all proceeds to Coach John Copeland and his wife, Stephanie. John and Stephanie left for Houston this morning for what we are praying is John's final surgery. We ask everyone to please stand for prayer and pray for a successful procedure, fast healing, and a safe trip home. Let us pray. Lord Father, we bring Coach Copeland to you. We pray for a very easy process, Lord, that this will be the final procedure he needs. All healing will be done, and all to the glory of your name, Father. Bless the Copelands as they travel. Give them safety, fast healing, and safe return to Jacksonville. Lord, we ask you to bless the Atlanteans as they travel home this evening. Give them safety as well. Keep us all free and harmed from all injury. Heal those who are already injured. Father, as we head into Easter, we pray that you will remind us to spread the good news of your death, burial, and resurrection and worship you, our Lord and Savior. In Jesus' name, amen. And now the starting lineups. First, for the Atlanteans. Leading off, playing second base, number 2, Justin Suarez. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 12, Oscar Caicedo. Batting third, the catcher, number 3, Eduardo Perez. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 25, Gianni Rodriguez. Batting fifth in left field, number 5, Jonathan Mustelier. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 21, Marco Medina. Batting seventh at third base, number 28, Jonathan Vasallo. Batting eighth in right field, number 14, Aziel Gabarro. Batting ninth, playing center field, number 23, Nathaniel Gomez. And pitching for the Atlanteans, number 13, Joshua Polanco. Atlantis is led by head coach Ramon Garcia and assistant coach Antonio Aponte. And now the starting lineup for the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Leading off behind the plate, number 14, Ryan Ongst. Batting second, playing third base, number 8, Logan McGann. Batting third in left field, number 1, Gavin Williams. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 5, Larson Lott. Batting fifth at second base, number 41, Seth Reeves. Batting sixth at shortstop, number 4, Nate Naguris. Batting seventh in right field, number 33, Dominic Gattinella. Batting eighth at first base, number 7, Tyson LaChapelle. Batting ninth in center field, number 2, Jacob Burke. And pitching for the Eagles, number 15, Jacob Rickman. The Eagles are led today by Coach Jordan Broden and assistants John Shiver and Sammy Coffrin. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Well, we weren't supposed to, but we're playing two today here at Trinity Ball Yard on the Hill on the campus of Trinity Baptist College on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida. And that's because game 2 of the scheduled doubleheader from last night was washed out. And so instead of 1-9, we're playing 2 7s here this afternoon. Atlantis won last night's ball game 5-3 in 6 innings before the weather put an end to it. You're looking at Jacob Brigman, ace left-hander for Trinity Baptist College, as he gets ready to face his first 3 hitters. Brigman on the season, 6 wins, 4 losses, a fantastic 1.75 ERA for the 5-time NCCAA Division II Pitcher of the Week. He has pitched a total of 61 2/3 innings. He's allowed 35 hits, 21 runs, but only 12 of those earned. Brigman has walked 29 and struck out 66. This is his 11th total appearance, all starts. And quickly, in case you missed it, the batting order for the Atlanteans: Justin Suarez at second, Oscar Caicedo, the shortstop, Eduardo Perez, the catcher. Middle third of the batting order: DH Gianni Rodriguez, left fielder Justin Mastelier, and first baseman Marco Medina. And the bottom third baseman Jonathan Vasallo, right fielder Aziel Gabarro, and Nathaniel Gomez in center field. Joshua Polanco will be doing the pitching for the Atlanteans. The defense behind Jacob Brigman for the Eagles: Logan McGann is at third, Nate Naguris at short, Seth Reeves plays second, Tyson LaChapelle at first. Gavin Williams is in left, Jacob Burke in center, Dominic Gattinella plays right, and behind the plate is Ryan Ungst. And now we have Justin Suarez stepping into the batter's box. He was 2 for 4 with a run scored in last night's ball game. And Suarez will get ready to face Brigman. He is batting .444 with 25 runs batted in. And the ball game is now underway with the first pitch, fastball for a strike. Nothing and 1. Brigman likes to work pretty quickly. And here comes a 1-strike pitch. Another fastball. This one's lifted down the right field line. It has a chance to drop. It is a fair ball. Bounces away from Gattinella, and Suarez, who can run, will turn that into a double, and a good start to the ball game for Atlantis. Not hit hard, but perfectly placed right down the line. Gattinella had a beat on it, but just couldn't quite get there. And a leadoff double for Justin Suarez. Oscar Caicedo, the shortstop, now at the plate. He was 3 for 4 with a run scored. He had a double in the first inning that led to the first run of the ball game. Trinity Baptist scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th to pull to within 1. But then Atlantis got a solo home run from Nathaniel Gomez in the 6th to put up the final tally. Bunt attempt is down. It's going to be a tough play. Ongst will throw to first. Reeves covering, and they got him by about a step. The sacrifice bunt for Caicedo. Seth Reeves does his job, covers first, and Suarez is at third with just 1 man out. Last night's winner for Atlantis, Kevin Rodriguez, 4 2/3 innings, 3 runs, just 2 earned. He allowed 3 hits. He walked 3, struck out 7. He did hit 2 and throw a couple of wild pitches, but when he did get into trouble, he did exactly what he should do. He slowed the ball down and kept the hitters off balance. Many pitchers will try to overthrow and overpower the hitters, and that can get them into even more trouble. But Rodriguez slowed things down, had a terrific breaking ball all night long. 1 ball, no strikes. Perez trying to bring in the first run of the game. Suarez, a runner at third, and Brigman delivers a fastball for a strike to even the count. Last night, Perez hit the ball hard a couple of times, nothing to show for it, and 3 trips to the plate. Right now, he's batting .424. When you go for 3 and your average drops to .424, you're doing pretty well. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball. Might be deep enough. Gattinella can throw, but Suarez can run. The catch is made. The throw will not get there in time. A sacrifice fly for Eduardo Perez, and Atlantis leads 1-0. So that bloop double turns into a run. Gattinella has thrown a couple of runners out at the plate this season and a couple more at other bases. Suarez, though, very fast. That ball a little too deep. Gianni Rodriguez, a designated hitter at the plate. 1 for 1 last night. It was an RBI double. He also drew a couple of walks. Brigman's first pitch, curveball, misses low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rodriguez is hitting .429, one of 3 Atlanteans who qualify for a batting title to hit over 400. And a strike called. The USCAA puts only qualifying players on the stats list. And that's why we do not have stats for some of the players. Brigman's 1-1, fastball misses up and away. Atlanteans are now 20-10, including last night's win, 4-3 in USCAA competition. Trinity Baptist 18-14 and 9-3 in NCCAA South Region play. And that one might have slipped out of Jacob's hands, and it misses for ball 3. There are 2 outs. The bases are empty. And Brigman shakes off a couple of signs, now gets one he likes, and here comes a 3-1. And not giving in with the fastball, and the breaking ball's in there for strike 2. And that's one reason Jacob has been so successful this season. He will not give in to the hitters when behind in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. There's a fastball. Yes! Like we saw last night, strike 3 usually comes a few moments after the pitch, but it is in the book. The leadoff double turns into a run. Nobody left. After a half inning of play, we have no score with the Eagles coming to bat for the first time. One nothing Atlantis as TBC comes to bat for the first time. Ryan Onks, Logan McGann, Gavin Williams, the top of the order. Larson Lott, Seth Reeves, and Nate Naguris, the middle third. And the bottom 3 are Dominic Gattinella, Tyson LaChapelle, and Jacob Burke. They will face right-hander Joshua Polanco. We do not have any statistics for Polanco. He is a sophomore from Miami Lakes, Florida, majoring in business, and that's a big man out there on the bump. Same defense behind him that Kevin Rodriguez had. The outfield consists of left fielder Jonathan Mastelier, center fielder Nathaniel Gomez, right fielder Aziel Gabarro. And around the infield, Jonathan Fasayo plays the hot corner. Oscar Caicedo is the shortstop. At second base, Justin Suarez and Marco Medina plays first. Behind the plate will be Eduardo Perez. And Onks, McGann, and Williams ready to lead things off for TBC. Rhino had himself a terrific night last night. On base all 4 times, 2 for 2 with a run scored, plus a pair of walks. And Onks, with that performance, has raised his batting average to .408 and his on-base percentage to .445. He is tied with Gavin Williams for 24 RBIs for the team lead. Onks has worked his way up into the leadoff position for this 3-game series. And his first look at Joshua Polanco on an absolutely gorgeous Saturday afternoon. 65 degrees, sunny with just a few white clouds overhead. And the first pitch from Polanco is in the dirt. The wind is on and off like it has been most of the season, blowing out towards right field at about 7 miles per hour maximum. There are times where it's not blowing at all. Onks will take this one outside, and as we said last night, he will draw a walk. He's done that 26 times. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Takes it up and away for ball 3. So far, Polanco having a little trouble. This is a very high mound. It is the highest pitcher's mound I have ever seen. 2 balls, no strikes, and that one gets the knees. Onks thought it was low, but it's now 3-1. Takes visiting pitchers a little bit of time to get used to that big slope off the mound. And that one is low and outside. That's ball 4. So Onks works the walk for the 27th time this season. And he is aboard for Logan McGann, the Eagles' third baseman. McGann comes in at .292. Nothing out of 3 last night, but he did draw a walk and score a run in the 3-run fifth. Graham Gorman will be the courtesy runner for the catcher. So Gorman at first base. When he does run, he's usually successful, 10 for 13. Has a pretty nice lead, not excessive. And the first pitch to McGann is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. And in case you missed it, this entire series and all the proceeds from it go to the Copeland family. Coach Copeland and his wife Stephanie are on their way to Houston. That one is in the dirt. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. Coach Copeland is getting what we are praying will be his final procedure to bring him back to full health. And the Copelands, of course, we pray for their safe return home to Jacksonville. 1 ball, 1 strike to Logan McGann. On base at .420. Gorman, a good lead. He's leaning. Is he going? Yes, he is. Swing and a foul ball. The hit and run was on. Perez came up ready to fire, but McGann fouled the ball off, and now the count is 1-2. We didn't really get to see Perez try to throw out a base runner last night. There weren't many for the Eagles except for that 5th inning. They did get a couple on couple of other times, but Frank Rodriguez was terrific in getting out of the few jams he was in. And a pitch to McGann, a breaking ball, misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Graham Gorman running for Ryan Onks, the catcher. And in case you missed it, Rhino drew a walk. It's the bottom of the 1st. Batter number 2 in the box, and the pitch to McGann. Swing and a miss, fastball. And that is strike 3 and out number 1. And brings up Gavin Williams, the Eagles left fielder. Comes in hitting .324, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. Another man that will take a walk if given. Williams has walked 18 times for an on-base percentage of .450. That's one thing about this Eagles team this year. They're much more patient. They chase far fewer pitches. And this one gets Williams right on top of the number 1 on his back. And the Eagles, without putting the ball in play, have put 2 men aboard. So it brings up Larson Lott, the designated hitter. Most likely will be the catcher in game number 2. Had an RBI in the 5th inning with a ground ball. He was also hit by a pitch. Nothing out of 2. Lott has been hit by a pitch a lot this season, 17 times. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Chance to drive in the potential tying run. Gorman, good speed at second. Williams runs pretty well. He's at first and has a nice lead. He's not being held on. And the pitch, a breaking ball, and Lott recognizes it, takes it for ball 1. Polanco thought he might have had the strike, but the ball broke a little too soon and got below the knees. Lott has all kinds of room he wants on the right side. Here's the 1-1, and the pitch on the way. Curveball misses outside, and Perez did a great job last night of blocking those pitches as well. 2 of them got by him, but there were more that could have, and he did not allow that to happen. Remember that concrete wall back there? It's off your camera shot at the moment. Ball hits that wall, it can bounce right back to the catcher. That one is outside. The fastball misses for ball 3, and Lott in the driver's seat. Now, Rodriguez, like Brigman, did not give in to the Eagles hitters last night. Let's see what Polanco does behind in the count. 3-1. Fastball popped up and out of play. Lott got a big rip, just a little bit late. Didn't really get much chance to see the outfield arms for the Atlanteans last night. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. First and second, and the pitch not going. A line drive, well hit to center. Drifting back, though, is Gomez. He won't get there. Gorman had to go back to try to tag. He will round third. He will score. Here comes Williams. They'll wave him on in. He will score. The Eagles lead 2-1, and Larson Lott is down at second base. Well, it is a 2-run double for Lott, but now the concern is Larson, and he is in pain at second base. We will pause right here while Lott gets the attention he needs, and we'll be right back. I was able to check the monitor, and Lott appeared to twist the ankle as he pulled up into second. And, of course, the pinch runner coming out for Trinity Baptist. We will see, wearing number 20, Jack Musgrave, sophomore from Lake Sumter State College in Leesburg, Florida. So Musgrave will pinch run for Lott. That's the designated hitter's role. So unless there are further changes, Musgrave will be inserted into the number 4 hole as the DH. 2 runs are in. Lott with the 2-run double. That ball just kept on going. Gomez did all he could. And now Seth Reeves in the batter's box with a chance to extend the lead. And Polanco's first pitch is in there for a strike. The free base runners, the walk and the hit batsman, have both come in to score. Free base runners will hurt pitchers. Musgrave leading off second. 1 strike to Reeves, now 2 strikes as he thought that was outside, but Polanco got the call. Atlantis scored first last night and won the ball game. They scored first, but TBC came back in the bottom half of this game in the first inning and now have a 2-1 lead. That one misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Seth Reeves hitting .304. 13 runs driven in. And this one misses. Evens a count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reeves hit a ball last night that drove in a run, and on the same play, an overthrow allowed run number 3 of the inning to score. That brought the Eagles to within 1, but that's all they would get. There's a chopper to the right side that will advance the runner. To throw to first is in time. Musgrave stops at third. A productive out, but now there are 2, and Musgrave just 90 feet away from an extra run for TBC. Nate Naguris at the plate for TBC, batting .257, 17 runs driven in. He had a tough night at the plate last night. Out on strikes all 3 times. Base hit will score the run, and the first pitch is low. Breaking ball from Polanco. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, we certainly hope Larson is all right. Gurris ahead in the count. Fastball misses up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. This was supposed to be 1 9-inning game, but we're playing 2 7s because of the rainout last night. Mustelier, Medina, and Vasallo due up in the second for Atlantis. This one is chopped foul right off the foot of Gurris. He is wearing a shin guard, but that ball has a habit of finding the unprotected areas. So the foul ball makes it 2 balls and a strike. Not sure if he got his leg or his knee. Looks like he's going to be all right, just needs a few moments. We want to give a shout out to the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors, who are going to play in the USA Baseball National High School Invitational Championship game at 3:30 this afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Ball 3 is up and in. The Conquerors are the number 29 team in the country, and they're taking on number 93 Venice from Southwest Florida in that championship game. Venice yesterday knocked off the number 1 team in the country, Corona from California. Ball 4, Gurris is aboard. That is a second walk allowed by Polanco. And it brings up Dominic Gattinella. And Gattinella will have runners at the corners with 2 outs. Conquerors are playing that tournament in Cary, North Carolina. Teams from all over the country there. It's more than one tournament, but their bracket, they're going for the championship. Gattinella in the batter's box. And the first pitch, low for ball 1. Dominic is hitting 176, but as we've said many times, he's hit the ball a lot better than that average shows all season long. He has driven in 15 runs. He has a triple and 5 doubles to his credit. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one is right down the middle. Gattinella taking it all the way. 2 walks, a double, a hit batsman. Runners are at the corners. There are 2 outs. 2 runs have scored. It's 2-1 TBC. Polanco from the stretch. Misses low and inside, and Gattinella ahead in the count. Two and 1 the count. Polanco looking to come into the zone. And a pitch. He misses low and inside once again. That's ball 3. Gattinella reaches. LaChapelle would be next. 3-1 to Dominic Gattinella. Pitch on the way. And that one gets the outside corner. Well-placed pitch. Gattinella takes it. And that allows Nate Gurris to take off with the 3-2 count and 2 outs. Gurris, the runner at first. Jack Musgrave at third. Gurris, a little extra step on his lead. And this one is fouled off. Gurris did not go that time. Gets a reminder from both coaches, and he should be off on the pitch. Another 3-2 on the way. Gurris. The throw over to first almost got away. A good pick by Marco Medino. That would have certainly let Musgrave score. It's 3-2. Gurris takes a little extra on his lead. Polanco from the stretch. Runner goes. And Gattinella checks swing and no swing, says the base ump. He held up in time, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Tyson LaChapelle. Can't blame Perez for asking for the check, but Gattinella All he did was kind of move his hands forward. The bat never really turned. Now we have ourselves a timeout. Coach Ramon Garcia out to the mound to have a chat with his right-hander. Tyson LaChapelle, the next hitter for TBC. In the majors today, a lot of action. All starts at 2:10. Detroit at Minnesota. Philadelphia in St. Louis. Giants beat the Yankees last night in a shortened game. They're at Yankee Stadium again at 3 o'clock. Toronto at Baltimore. Mets at the Athletics. They're playing those games in Sacramento. Boston at the White Sox. Nationals in Miami. Braves and Rays down in St. Pete. Or actually now they're playing at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. Well, here's Tyson LaChapelle. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big opportunity for the Eagles. LaChapelle, 323, 6 RBIs. First pitch gets away, but it hit that wall, and Musgrave recognized it immediately and stayed put. That ball was over the head of Tyson LaChapelle. Great recognition by both Musgrave and Coach Broden at third. 1 ball, no strikes. That wall is only about 2.5 feet high, but the ball hits it a lot, and that one bounded right back to the catchers. We've seen happen many times. Ball 2 is upstairs. If I'm Tyson, I'm taking a strike. 3 walks, a hit batsman, and only 1 hit, the 2-run double from Larson Lott. 2 balls, no strikes. And LaChapelle does take a strike, a good take, and it's 2-1. LaChapelle still ahead in the count. There's an Eagle at every base. Musgrave at third, Aguirre at second, Gattinella at first. Blanco delivers, misses way outside, and another block by the catcher, Eduardo Perez. Nowhere to put him. Ball 4 would bring home a run. LaChapelle ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. And if strike 2 happens, and everybody gets a head start. Here it is. There's a ground ball, fair down the left field line. Musgrave scores. Here comes Naguris. He will score. They're going to wave in Gattinella. The throw to the plate. It is not in time. It gets away, but not far enough for further advancement. And Tyson LaChapelle gets a 3-run double, and the Eagles lead 5-1. LaChapelle ahead in the count, and he rips it down past a diving Jonathan Vasallo. A big inning for TBC. RBIs 7, 8, and 9 on the season for LaChapelle. And with 2 outs, Gattinella motoring all the way around from third. 9th man of the inning. The Eagles have now batted around. Jacob Burke at the plate. Sitting 205. High fly ball, shallow center. Coming in is Gomez. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 5 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, and a man left. After 1, Trinity Baptist leads 5-1. A 5-run first inning gives Jacob Brigman a pretty good 4-run lead. He allowed an earned run in the first inning on one hit, the leadoff double that came around to score. Brigman will face Mastelier, Medina, and Vasallo, hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the Atlantis batting order. There were some doubles, but the free bases, 4 walks, and a hit batsman all came in to score. And we're told that Jack Musgrave will most likely stay in the designated hitter's role. He pinch ran for Lott after Lott got the 2-run double and injured an ankle at second base. Jonathan Mastelier will lead things off for Atlantis. First time he's facing Jacob Brigman. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Mastelier last night, nothing out of 3. No balls and a strike. Steelers hitting .311 with 22 RBIs. And a 1-strike pitch. Curveball is hit hard, but pulled foul down the left field line. So no balls and 2 strikes. Brigman ahead in the count, 0-2. Fastball misses upstairs. Shout out to the great SID of Atlantis University, Jorge Marrero. Always glad to do business with Jorge. Told me that he watched the ball game last night and he got to see his team put its 20th win in the W column. Here's the 1-2. Fastball laced into right center. Burke will not get there. He will cut it off. The throw will come to second, but it's not in time, and another leadoff double for the Atlanteans. This time, Jonathan Mastelier does the honor. So both innings, they have started off with a 2-bagger. Suarez did that in the first, and he scored. And Brigman will now face Marco Medina, who had himself a home run in 3 trips to the plate last night. His first of the season, the first of 2 hit in the 4th inning. They weren't back-to-back, but 2 batters later, Aziel Gabarro got his first of the season. Logan McGann is in tight at third. LaChapelle, the same at first. Infield, shortstop, and second baseman are back. And a big swing and a foul off from Medina. Marco Medina hitting .337, a homer now, and 19 RBIs. Has a chance to make it 20 with the runner at second. 1 strike, the count. Brigman checks the runner. And a foul ball makes it strike 2. Jacob Brigman, a sophomore from Homestead, Florida. Played for his father at Florida Christian School, and he has a brother who is still on that Florida Christian roster, a sophomore. This one is upstairs, and that misses. A ball and 2 strikes. Medina trying to at least advance the runner to third, if not drive him in from second. The 1-2 from Brigman, a breaking ball. And he wasn't able to hold on to that one long enough, and it's 2-2. Again, just a gentle breeze blowing out towards right center. Not really going to help or hinder anything. 2-2. Brigman this time takes a long look in, checks that runner at second. Reeves, the second baseman, holding him close. And now the 2-2. Breaking ball, line drive into right. Gattinella will play it on the hop. Runner had to hold to make sure it wasn't caught. The throw hits off the cutoff man, but not enough for any further advancement. Medina with the base hit. Mastelier again had to hold up to make sure Gattinella didn't catch the ball. So there are 2 on with nobody out. Hit number 3 for Atlantis. Jonathan Vasallo, big powerful man at the plate last night, 1 for 3. He has 3 homers. He's batting .313. He has driven in 19 runs. And Brigman with the pitch, misses up and away. That's where Jacob has missed so far, high and away. Medina at first base, dancing around. He has stolen 2, looking for number 3. To throw will go down to second. It is on target, but not in time. Reeves is saying he got the tag down. The umpire disagrees. And now there are 2 men in scoring position. It was a great throw from Angst. But Medina got in just under the tag. It was a good jump by Medina off first. And Brigman is not an easy man to run on. He will pick runners off. 2 in scoring position. Strike 3. Nope. I thought it was 3. It's strike 2. Actually, strike 1. My mistake. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch on the stolen base was a ball, and that is strike 2. That fastball had a lot of side-to-side movement on it. So now it's 2-2. 2 men in scoring position. Nobody out. And Vasallo at the plate with a count of 2-2. Eagles will play back. They have a 4-run lead. LaChapelle inches in now at first. Got him swinging and a big first out. Vasallo may have chased one off the outside edge, but that's out number 1. First strikeout for Jacob Brigman. And here's where Jacob has been at his best. Been able to get out of the little bit of trouble he's found himself in throughout the season. Limiting the damage, they may get something, but Brigman usually does not allow a big inning. And he's looking to do that again. Aziel Gabarro in the batter's box. Takes a strike. He had a home run in the 4th inning last night. Was also hit by a pitch. So 1 for 2 officially. No balls and a strike. He's hitting .344. And he takes a curveball low and inside. Gabarro has driven in 11. A live ball on that throw back to the pitcher. Brigman was able to snare it. Naguris did his job backing up the throw. Counts 1-1. Gomez, the on-deck hitter. Fastball up and away once again. So it's 2-1. Eagles will have the top of the order in the second. They put 5 on the board, 9 men batted. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, swing and a miss. The hardest pitch so far that Brigman has thrown. Counts 2-2. Well, he got a strikeout on Vasallo and is now 2-2 on Gabarro. 1 out with runners at second and third. A leadoff double, then a base hit and a stolen base. Here's a 2-2. Fastball, got him. Gabarro may have been looking for something off speed. If so, you can't do that with 2 strikes. You'll never catch up to the fastball. And Nathaniel Gomez at the plate. He also had a home run. That came in the 6th inning last night, the 3rd of 3 for the Atlanteans. That was his first of the year. Also drew a walk. He was officially 1 for 2. On the season, Gomez now at .348, 21 RBIs. Trying to make it 23, and a base hit could do that. And a high fly ball well hit towards center. Burke heading back near the track. It's over his head. It one-hops the wall. 2 men will score. Here comes Gomez. He'll stop there at second with a 2-run double. came very close to getting it out. Burke almost caught up to it, but just missed it at the warning track, and it short hopped the fence. Both runners have scored, and now Jacob Burke a little slow to get up in center field. So both teams getting some extra base hits here in the early going and have combined for 8 runs, and we're still in the top of the second. Burke is now up. He's all right. Looks to be a little more frustrated that he couldn't quite get there in time to make the catch. He's made some spectacular running catches out there all season. Well, here's Suarez with the runner at second. And a pitch, curveball for the strike. Last night, that ball would have gone because of wind. Today, the wind nowhere nearly as hard. And strike the pitch. Runner's going. A fastball. Angst will not throw. Gomez may have surprised everybody by taking off. So Gomez now at third. And a swing and a foul back. Counts 1-2. Gomez with his 8th stolen base of the season. A curveball, chopper towards third. McGann will cut it off, throw to first, just in time. Hustling Justin Suarez, but a good arm from Logan McGann ends the inning. Atlantis gets 2 runs on 3 hits and leaves 1. Looks like we're in for a slugfest. Eagles lead 5-3 as they come to bat in the bottom of the second. Joshua Polanco had a rough first inning. He allowed 5 runs on 2 hits, 3 walks, and a hit batsman, and all 4 of those free base runners came in to score. So Trinity Baptist has the top of the order: Ryan Angst, Logan McGann, Gavin Williams. And Angst started that rally with a walk. And Polanco's first pitch is off the plate. That's ball 1, and the Atlanteans have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. That is Eduardo Roque. Got up and threw a little bit last night, but did not enter the game. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Angst. And this one misses down low for ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way, and that one misses inside for ball 3. Rodriguez, the winner. Christian Olazabal pitched an inning and a third to get the save for Atlantis. Did a nice job. No hits, 2 walks, and a couple of strikeouts. And both those strikeouts came with tying runs on base to end innings. And Angst draws his 2nd walk of the afternoon and 28th of the season. And here comes Graham Gorman to run for the catcher once again. Brings up Logan McGann. Nothing out of one. Went down on strikes his first time up, and Coach Garcia heads out to the mound. And that is going to be all for Polanco. So the new pitcher heads to the mound, Eduardo Roque. We do not have any numbers for Roque. Senior from Orlando, originally from Venezuela, 6'0", 182 pounds, majoring in business. We'll pause here while Roque warms up, and we'll be right back on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Eduardo Roque will face Logan McGann, and Gorman will head back to first base. He's the courtesy runner for the catcher Ryan Ongst, who walked. Joshua Polanco, 1+ innings, 5 runs, all earned, responsible for the runner at first. He allowed 2 hits. He walked 4, hit 1, and struck out 1. And Logan McGann will try to put Gorman at second base. If not, bring him around to third. Again, swinging away, but he takes the first pitch for a strike. Not showing any signs of a bunt on the first one. Gorman, good speed at first. He did score the run, the first of the 5 for TBC. 1 strike on McGann. Gorman, a pretty good lead off first. There he goes. It's in the dirt. Perez will scoop it, throw down to second. It goes into center field. But a hustling Gomez, the center fielder, backing up the play. Would have been tough for Gorman to pop back up the way he slid. But it is a stolen base for Graham Gorman, his 11th of the season. So a runner at scoring position. A ball and a strike to Logan McGann, who has driven in 16. Now an opportunity to make it 17. TBC got 5 in the first, but Atlantis came back with 2 runs in the top of the second. Nathaniel Gomez drove him in with a double off the wall. It's 5-3. Eagles looking to extend it. Gorman at second, runs well. 1-1 to Logan McGann. He turns around to bunt, and he chased one upstairs and tried to chop at it. Not the way to do it, and it's 1-2. Put the bat at the top of the zone. Anything above, let it go. Just let the ball hit the bat. Now with 2 strikes, most likely will not be trying to bunt. Again, does have 2 sacrifices this season. A ball and 2 strikes. This is Eduardo Roque's first hitter. Not too worried about that runner at second. He's not being held. Again, bloops this one down to left field line. It has a chance to drop. It does. Gorman had to hold up and make sure, so he will stop at third. And the Eagles have runners at the corners with nobody out. That is a base hit for McGann. And it brings up Gavin Williams, who was hit by a pitch and scored from first base on the double from Lott. And Jack Musgrave is in the on-deck circle, so he has stayed in the lineup, taking Larson Lott's position after pinch running. McGann at first, runs well. Gorman at third, runs well. Williams shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. He may have just been trying to see what the infield is up to. Gavin will drop down a bunt, though. He is a number 3 hitter, but he's done it 4 times. 16 extra base hits on the season as well. Takes this one down low to even the count, and he showed no signs of bunting that time. The count is 1-1 to Gavin Williams. First two men have reached. Onks to walk. McGann a single. Graham Gorman, the courtesy runner's at third. There goes a runner. It's in the dirt. The throw will go through. And they got him on the back of the foot, says the umpire. Catcher throws out McGann. Perez had to scoop it. He one-hopped it there. And Coach Broden wants an explanation from the base umpire. As it stands, it is a caught stealing. So one out. And the call will stand. The throw short hopped. The umpire says the tag was put on the back of the foot as McGann was trying to get into second. So now the infield is in with one out. Williams at the plate. Gorman, the runner at third, and the pitch on the way. High pop foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Great start to the inning, but then the caught stealing takes off a base runner. This would be a big pitch for Roque if he can get strike 3. The 2-2 on the way. Got it, called at the knees. And now there are 2 away, and the Eagles, after getting the first 2 on, looking for Jack Musgrave to bring home the run. Musgrave on the season 1 for 8 with an RBI. Two outs with Gorman at third. Big pitch by Roque to get strike 3. Musgrave with a good swing, and he fouls this one back. No balls and a strike. Musgrave getting a lot of encouragement shouted at him from the dugout. Came in as the pinch runner when Lott pulled up with a twisted ankle at second base. Musgrave now the designated hitter. 1 strike and the pitch. Ball is upstairs. Caicedo, the shortstop, playing Musgrave to pull. Suarez playing up the middle as well. Count is 1-1. Roque delivers and misses high for ball 2. Musgrave ahead in the count, 2-1. Promising start to the inning. Now Roque a chance to get out of it without a run scoring. High pop fly, shallow center field. 3 men giving chase. The ball's caught by Suarez over the shoulder, and that retires a side. The first 2 men reach, but the Eagles come up empty. After 2, it's Trinity Baptist 5, Atlantis 3. Top of the third, it's 5-3 in favor of Trinity Baptist, and Jacob Brigman is done for the day. Noah Durden has come in to pitch, the freshman from Pasco High School in Dade City. Hopefully Jacob's all right, nothing wrong with him. Noah Durden is now on the hill. No wins, 1 loss on the season. Durden will make his 8th appearance. He has started once. He has pitched a total of 10 innings, allowing 19 hits, 14 earned runs. He has walked 11 and struck out 7. Durden was going to pitch the 7th inning last night. He actually took his warm-up tosses. I think he threw 1 pitch, and then the 3rd lightning strike ended the ball game. So Durden will now face Oscar Caicedo, Eduardo Perez, and Gianni Rodriguez. First pitch misses low and outside. Jacob Brigman, 2 innings pitched, 3 runs. They're all earned, 4 hits, and 1 strikeout. 1 ball, no strikes. And this one misses up and in for ball 2. TBC got runners at the corners with nobody out and did not score. Caught stealing, a strikeout, and a pop-up. So an excellent job by Eduardo Roque. That one is ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Durden winds and delivers and misses upstairs in a 4-pitch leadoff walk. Brings up Eduardo Perez, who drove home a run in the first with a sacrifice fly to right. Suarez led off the inning and the game with a double, ended up scoring on that fly ball. And now Perez represents the potential tying run. At first pitch is a strike. Caicedo, no official at bat. He has put down a sac bunt and now drawn a walk. Perez, no official at bat yet. 1 strike. And this one is upstairs. One ball, 1 strike. Caicedo leads off first. He is 9 for 12 in stolen base attempts. Durden had a little trouble finding the zone. It's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Caicedo with a pretty good lead. Not going, and a changeup is fouled off. It's 2-2. Hopefully Brigman is all right. Atlantis hit the ball pretty hard off him in the second. Pretty good lead by Caicedo. He bluffs. This ball's hit hard down the left field line, but called foul. Very close to the bag. Wasn't sure myself. The umpire says to the left of the bag. And so Caicedo will head back to first, and Perez picks up his bat, steps back into the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Durden checks the runner at first. Long look in. Another check at Caicedo. And a pitch into dirt. Snap throw to first. LaChapelle had to come off the bags. That ball was a little off the mark. And Caicedo back in time. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now we'll see if the runner takes off. Durden must get one in the zone. Caicedo shortens up, not going, but now he'll trot to second base as that's the 2nd consecutive walk from Noah Durden. Not a team you want to put on the base paths. These guys can swing the bat. And time called. Coach Broden heads out to the mound. Gianni Rodriguez, the next scheduled hitter. We'll pause here. We'll be right back on TBC Eagles. Gianni Rodriguez will bat with 2 on and nobody out. Back-to-back walks to start the inning to Caicedo and Perez. Rodriguez called out on strikes his first time. This is his first look at Noah Durden, and it's in the dirt, blocked by Ongst. 1 ball, no strikes. LaChapelle in front of the bag at first. McGann even with the bag at third. Now backs up a couple of steps. And the 1-0 misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Rodriguez in the driver's seat. Durden checks that runner, now delivers. Fastball high for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. And this one goes down the middle for strike 1. Good take by Rodriguez. 2 walks, then 3 out of the zone. He's still well ahead, 3-1. High pop fly. Shallow center field. Naguris going back. It's on the ground, and it bounces away for a base hit. Burke tried to pick it up and get the force at third, but the ball bounded away from him. The bases are loaded with nobody out. 2 walks and a bloop. And it brings up Jonathan Mastelier, who doubled and scored in the second. Ball just kept on carrying out of the reach of Naguris. And a strike called. Now the ball was deep enough to avoid the infield fly rule as Burke was coming in. Naguris just kept on backpedaling. One strike and a pitch. Now that infield fly, the ball does not have to be on the dirt. The rule says if in the umpire's judgment an infielder can make a reasonable play on the ball, then he shall call the infield fly. It was out of Naguris' reach, though. Not sure where that one missed, but it's 2-1. And time called. And the umpire is talking to the Atlanteans in the dugout. Nothing wrong with cheering, but they're banging on the sign, and umpire says that's not allowed. 2 balls and a strike. Durden delivers and misses down low for ball 3 and nowhere to put the batter. So it's 3-1 to Jonathan Mastelier. He has driven in 22. High fly ball, very shallow center field. Burke coming in. He'll make the catch. The runner bluffs. He draws the throw. It's a little off the plate, but everybody held up. And there's one away. So Marco Medino at the plate. He singled, stole the base, and scored a run in the second. Durden would now like to get a ground ball and a chance to turn 2. Walk, bloop single, fly ball. and Marco Medina at the plate. Marco A. Medina Martinez, his full name. He's driven in 19. Middle infield is back trying to turn 2. Corners are in, they'll come home. And the first pitch is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Durden from the stretch with the bases loaded. That's ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. 1 man out. It's a 2-0. High pop up. Center field, Burke again. It's shallow. The catch is made. The throw is cut off. Everybody holds up, and now there are 2 away. Big pitches by Durden. LaChapelle, the cutoff man. Had a look at third just in case Caicedo had gotten too far off. And now a chance to get out of it. Jonathan Fasayo struck out his first time up. Couple of big pitches to get shallow fly balls and keep the runners where they are. 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch in there for a strike. So everybody can now play back and try to get the out at the easiest play. 1 strike to count to Vasallo. And Durden with the pitch. Misses outside. He thought he had strike 2, but it's 1-1. Ball and a strike to Vasallo. Ground ball towards short. Naguris will go to first. Scooped out by LaChapelle. Inning over. Into and out of trouble goes Noah Durden. He got 2 shallow fly balls and a scoop from LaChapelle. Ends the inning. 6 men come to the plate. The first 3 reach and all stay put. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Eagles lead 5-3. Noah Durden was able to end the threat without a run scoring and keep this a 2-run margin and give his team a chance to extend in the bottom of the 3rd. Seth Reeves, Nate Naguris, Dominic Gattinella, the hitters, facing Eduardo Roque. Did a really good job after entering last inning. First pitch to Reeves, swing and a miss. Roque entered after a leadoff walk. Gave up a single, but then a caught stealing, a strikeout, and a pop-up. And the Eagles came away empty. 1 strike to Reeves. Grounded out his first time up. High pop foul. Perez heading back, but he won't get there in time. He did not find the ball in time. And Reeves gets another opportunity. No balls and 2 strikes. Reeves, Naguris, and Gattinella, the hitters. If anybody reaches, LaChapelle and Burke would follow. Roque ahead in the count, 0-2. Works from the stretch and delivers. and misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes to Seth Reeves. And he fouls this one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First of 2 here this afternoon on a gorgeous Saturday. And the 1-2 to Reeves. And that one is called strike 3. Reeves couldn't believe it. There's one away. Reeves thought the ball was well in off the plate, and now Nate Naguris is batting with the bases empty and 1 out, walked and scored in the big first inning. First pitch from Roque to Naguris. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. All 4 infielders playing well back. And a good swing by Naguris, but he fouled it off. Kay has some pretty good life on his fastball. Two strikes, a count to Nate Naguris. Little slide step, and might have tried to overthrow that one and missed down low. So 1-2. And Roque, this time a full set position, and he misses up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Naguris trying to start a 1-out rally. Here comes a 2-2, and it's upstairs. So Naguris fell behind, 0-2. He's worked the count full. Gattinello waiting on deck. All 4 puts Naguris aboard. Brings up Dominic Gattinello, who walked and scored run number 5 in the first inning. Gattinello with a runner at first, 1 man out. That walk he drew, number 16 on the season. And this time he is plunked. So the Eagles will have 2 men aboard with 1 out. Looked like might have gotten him on that left elbow. That's a tough man, though. He's going to shake that off pretty easily. Tyson LaChapelle drove in 3 with a double in the first inning. That plated runs 3, 4, and 5. Musgrave, Naguris, and Gattinello all cross the plate on the drive from LaChapelle. 1 out, 2 men aboard, and the first pitch misses upstairs. And now Perez wants to settle down the pitcher. Atlantis started the scoring with 1 in the first. The Eagles came back with 5 in the bottom half. Atlantis 2 runs in the second. That's been it so far, and TBC now trying to extend a current 2-run lead. Tonight the Royals are in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. Angels in Houston, Brewers at the Diamondbacks. 1 ball, no strikes to LaChapelle. And a chopper foul to the left side. Colorado and San Diego, the Cubs at the Dodgers, and the Mariners are hosting the Texas Rangers. All the action starts at 2:10 throughout the evening and the late West Coast games. A ball and a strike to Tyson LaChapelle. And he takes strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Naguris at second, Gattinello at first. Check of the runner, now the pitch. And a changeup got him well out in front. Good pitch by Eduardo Roque. He must have paid attention to Kevin Rodriguez, who did that a lot last night. Slowed it down and got the hitters out front. So Jacob Burke at the plate, flew out to center his first time. 2 outs with 2 men aboard. Fastball in the dirt, but again, backhanded stop by the catcher, Eduardo Perez. One ball, no strikes. And that looked like a slider that got the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count is 1-1. And a check of the runner and the pitch. Change up off the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Jacob Burke. Okay, behind in the count. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Counts even at 2-2. Eagles got 2 aboard with 1 out. Now there are 2. Second time in a row they've put 2 men aboard. High pop up, and that should end the inning. And again, TBC gets 2 aboard with under 2 outs, but comes up empty. Eduardo Roque into and out of trouble after 3, 5-3 TBC. After 3, TBC leads 5-3. A lot of runs put on the board through 1.5 innings, all 8 of them, in fact. And since then, the pitching has gotten into and out of trouble on both sides. And now Noah Durden will start his second inning of work. A scoreless third, but he did allow a hit and a pair of walks. 2 fly balls to shallow center, and then a ground ball got him out of the inning. He will face 8-9-1 Aziel Gabarro, Nathaniel Gomez, and Justin Suarez. And now, stepping to the plate, Aziel Gabarro struck out against Brigman his first time up. So his first look at Noah Durden. And a right-hander winds and delivers and puts the first pitch right down the middle. No balls and a strike. Gentle breeze blowing out towards right. Under 10 miles an hour. Durden ready. The 1-strike pitch, a curveball, and a good one for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, high fly ball. Right field toward the corner. Gattinella won't get there in time, but it slices foul. The ball may have cleared the fence. I believe it did, but it was well foul. So 0-2. Gabarro trying to start the inning off with a base hit at least and a high pop up to the right side. LaChapelle will let it sail out of play. Count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Durden ready and the pitch. Curveball, line drive. Into right field, a base hit. Reeves tried to make the diving play, but it was a little bit past him. And for the 4th time in a row, the leadoff man is aboard. Ball not hit all that hard, but Reeves was shading more up the middle, and the ball just past him. Gomez had the 2-run double in the 2nd inning. Short hop the wall out there in left center. 315 down the lines, 355 to the alleys, 385 in center. The new wall is 8 feet high, and the first pitch from Durden is a strike on the curveball. No balls and a strike. Gabarro leads off, has a really nice lead. LaChapelle holding him on. Durden's pitch swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Nothing in 2. And Durden with a quick pitch on the slide step, but he misses, bounces one into dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gabarro, 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts this season. Gets a little bit more on the lead. Let's see if he takes off. It's 1-2. He's not going. The breaking ball is in the dirt. Onks came up ready to shoot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Durden takes a long look, checks that runner. High pop up on the infield. Reeves calling for it. And he'll make the catch. Really, absolutely nothing Gabarro could do. That ball hits the ground. That's an easy force play at second. About 69 degrees here. We're scheduled to get into the mid-70s. Bright sunshine all afternoon. There are some white clouds overhead, but nothing threatening like we had last night. 1 out after the pop-up. Justin Suarez at the plate, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Drops down the bunt. Durden will throw to first. They got him at first, but on the play, the sacrifice bunt moves Gabarro into scoring position. So there are 2 outs and Oscar Caicedo at the plate. Suarez puts down the bunt. That is his first of the season. Of course, he's a leadoff hitter. He doesn't get a whole lot of opportunity to do that. Runner at second, 2 men out. Caicedo, the hitter, trying to drive home the run. Durden's first pitch, slider for a strike. Single, a pop-up, then a sac bunt. That's the inning summary. Durden takes another long look. And a pitch on the way, fouled straight back. So it's 0-2. Couple of off-speed breaking balls from Noah Durden. Let's see if he tries to sneak the fastball by the hitter. Atlantis is 3 for 10 with runners on base. Here's a 2-strike pitch, and this one bounces in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second, Aziel Gabarro. He singled to start the inning. 2 outs. And a pitch. Fastball grounded towards short. Naguris, throw to first, in time. Well, the leadoff single does not score. Nice job by both Durden and his defense. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with the Eagles leading 5-3. Bottom of the fourth coming up, and the Eagles have the top third of the batting order due. Ryan Ongst, Logan McGann, and Gavin Williams facing Eduardo Roque. So far, 2 innings, just 1 hit. He has walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 2. Ryan Ongst has walked both times, and his courtesy runner, Graham Gorman, has scored 1 run and stolen a base. So Rhino trying to get on base for the 3rd time, and actually the 6th time in the series. He was on base, let me see that again, 4 times last night, so already 6. And so he is looking to make it 7 in a row. Fouled off the first pitch, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. There's a line drive, knocked down by Suarez, but he will not have a play. Suarez got a glove on it. The ball trickled away from him, and Ongst is aboard with a base hit. Ongst hit that ball right on the button, and almost a terrific play by Suarez. Graham Gorman will come out to run once again, and Logan McGann steps up. He is 1 for 2, got a base hit last time up, but then was caught trying to steal. Gorman at first, nobody out. Eagles lead by 2. Only the second hit that Roque has allowed. Gorman got his 11th stolen base. And the first pitch, McGann showing bunt, and that went down low for ball 1. That 11th steal came in the 2nd inning. He's been caught 3 times. Whole lot of room down the right field line. If McGann can get it past first baseman Medina. Instead, he shows bunt again and takes a breaking ball for ball 2. So now, McGann well ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Will Coach Broden keep the bunt on? McGann has 2 sacrifices this season. He shows bunt. Pops this one up, and fortunately for him and the Eagles, it's too far out of reach. So he'll get another opportunity. 2 balls and a strike. Coach Sammy Coffrin, 4-year TBC Eagle, tracks that one down. Played a lot of middle infield for the Eagles. Teammate of Coach Shiver and Coach Broden. Here's 2-1. Again, they'll show bunt, and he drops this one down. Medina will force McGann back. They haven't tagged him yet. Trying to pull off a little Javi Baez from a few years ago, and this time, though, it didn't work. But the sacrifice does work as Gorman is at second. That'll be a 3 unassisted on the sacrifice bunt. Gavin Williams at the plate. So McGann did the right thing, making sure that Medina had to allow Gorman to take second base before applying the tag. You don't want to get that tag and a potential throw. Gavin Williams has been hit by a pitch, scored a run, and called out on strikes. And the first pitch is high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Williams with 24 RBIs, looking to make it 25. Check of the runner. Gorman's going. Williams drives one into left. That ball's going to be caught. They have a chance at 2. The throw back to second is in time. A sliding catch by Jonathan Mastelier. And with Gorman running, Mastelier was able to easily double him off. Very tough break for TBC. As a double play retires the side. 1 hit, nobody left. After 4, it's 5-3 Eagles. What a fantastic play by Jonathan Mastelier, a sliding catch. That ball gets by. It's most likely a three-bagger for Williams and definitely a run for the Eagles, but he turned it into a double play and allows Eduardo Perez to step to the plate. Leading off here in the fifth, and the first pitch bounces. 1 ball, no strikes. Noah Durden, much better second inning of work. He's allowed 2 hits in 2 innings, but no runs. He's walked 2. 1 ball, no strikes to Perez. No official at bat. A sacrifice fly and a walk, and now he's ahead 2 balls, no strikes. And Durden winds and delivers and misses high for ball 3. A lot of runs early, but then some really good defense, keeping runs off the board. 3 balls, no strikes, and a strike. Some clutch pitching also by both teams. Both starters are out. Brigman went 2 for TBC. Polanco went 1+ for Atlantis. 3-1. And Perez helped him out, chased ball 4 and fouled it off. So Durden now a chance to get the batter to start the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one is fouled off and out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Noah Durden ready. Shakes off 1, likes the second. Here's a 3-2. Fastball misses up and in. And all 5 innings, the first Atlantean has reached base. 3rd walk issued by Noah Durden brings up Gianni Rodriguez, who got that bloop single into center his last time up. That loaded the bases with nobody out, but Durden was then able to get out of the inning. Coach Broden out to the mound. And that's going to be all for Durden. So we'll check out the new pitcher. We'll tell you a little bit about him when we return on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Now on the hill for the TBC Eagles, Cartersville, Georgia junior Drew Billings, who is 2-1 with 9 saves on the season. He will inherit a runner at first and nobody out, and the first man that he will face will be Gianni Rodriguez. On the season, Billings, 23 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts. This is his 15th appearance, all in relief. Noah Durden goes 2+ innings. He allowed 2 hits, 3 walks, no runs, but he is responsible for the runner at first. And Billings will get ready to face Gianni Rodriguez, who is 1 for 2. Right now, the pitchers of record are Durden for the Eagles and Polanco for the Atlanteans. Now, Brigman did not go the required 4 innings. And Billings will pull a little Al Hrabosky and now deliver his first pitch, and he misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. The runner at first is Eduardo Perez, but he will have a courtesy runner because he is the catcher. And this one is outside. The courtesy runner for Atlantis, wearing number 18, Alejandro Sakaris, who was slated to start, but then a last-minute change. And this one misses outside. So Sakaris, courtesy runner for Perez. Three balls, no strikes. Sakaris, a good lead off first. Billings delivers and gets one at the knees. No numbers on Sakaris. But he's getting a good lead off first. High fly ball to right. Gattinella back near the track. It is off the wall. Sakaris around second on his way to third. Throw comes to second. It is not in time. A double for Rodriguez, putting runners at second and third with nobody out. Billings fell behind, and then Rodriguez almost got one out. The ball hit off the middle of the wall. And with 2 men in scoring position, nobody out, Jonathan Mastelier at the plate made that sliding catch in left to turn it into a double play to end the Eagles' threat. And now a chance to potentially tie the scores. There are 2 men aboard, and TBC leads by 2. Corners are in. Middle infielders will trade the run for the out at first. First pitch to Mastelier, inside. 1 ball, no strikes. In Billings, Submariner delivers and misses low for ball 2. Musgrave, Reeves, and Aguirre are the scheduled men for TBC in the bottom of the 5th. Wind has calmed down almost completely. And Billings delivers, and this one is fisted foul into the Atlantis bullpen. 2-1 the count. Billings gets a new baseball. It's 2-1 to Mastelier. Mastelier has driven in 22 on the season. And a chopper foul. Looked like it got him off the toe, but he's okay. And it's 2-2. Billings working from behind in the count. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. No wind blowing at the moment. Same defensive alignment told you about a moment ago. McGann and LaChapelle in front of the bag. Reeves and Aguirre back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul tip. Onks did not quite hold on. So Mastelier gets another chance. It's either do or don't back there behind the plate. No way to really practice that. Even the major league catchers have said so. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And Billings delivers. High pop foul out of play. We all remember that great job Drew Billings did against Toccoa Falls a couple of weeks ago. 6 total innings in the doubleheader. He got a win and a save. Got himself another save against Payne last week. 2-2. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball off the glove of McGann and trickles into the outfield. 2 runs will score. The throw to second, not in time. That will go as a double for Mastelier, and we are tied at 5. The first run is charged to Noah Durden, the second to Billings. And there's a runner at second with nobody out and 2 men in. The second double for Jonathan Mastelier. RBIs 23 and 24. So now Durden cannot win it, and Polanco cannot lose it. It's Marco Medina at the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a stolen base and a run. There's a chopper to the right side. Billings is covering. The flip to first from Reeves in time. Great job by Drew Billings. LaChapelle tried to field it, bounced over his glove. Reeves made the play, and Billings did his job. 1 on the putout. Mastelier to third. 1 away. Jonathan Vasallo at the dish. Atlantis now trying to regain the lead. So far, their only lead has been 1-0. They fell behind 5-1. They got 2 in the second, 2 in the fifth, and still batting. 2 outs, 1 out, all 4 infielders in on the grass, and Billings misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, made a dive, got a glove on it, but the ball rebounded into right field, and that allowed both runners to score. Swing and a foul back. A ball and a strike to Jonathan Vasallo. And Vasallo now ready. Another business major for the Atlanteans from Miami Beach, Florida. Count is 1-1. And that one is low and outside. Vasallo is senior, planning on a career as a firefighter. Says he wants to make a difference. Two-one, high pop-up. Angst over near the bleachers, and it hits off the net, and that's out of play. Vasallo, a first-team All-American in the USCAA. He and the Atlanteans have played in 2 USCAA World Series. Still a fairly new team, only a few years old. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Billings tries to come over the top this time and misses outside for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Infield in at all 4 positions. 1 out. And ball 4 will put Vasallo aboard. Two runs are in, 1 out. Runners at the corners. And a time called as Vasallo is going to come out for a pinch runner. Wearing number 8 and walking out to first base will be Travis Knowles Jr. from Lauderhill, Florida. So he will run for Jonathan Vasallo. Now batting, Aziel Gabarro, 1 for 2. A base hit his last time up. Knowles, a sophomore. At first, not going. Billings' first pitch outside. One ball, no strikes. And a pitch on the way. It's a chop towards first. He'll step on the bag. They'll throw to second. They have to tag him, and they got him. And the tag was before the run scored. Since it was a tag play, that would have counted if the foot had touched the plate first. It goes as a double play ground ball. So Billings allows the 2-run double, but then gets out of the inning without any further damage. The Atlanteans, though, tie it up with 2 as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-5. Jack Musgrave will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th for the Eagles. It's a new ball game, tied at 5. TBC led 5-1, but a pair of 2-run innings for Atlantis has tied it up. Musgrave entered the game in the first as a pinch runner when Lott doubled and then injured himself at second base. And at the plate, Musgrave, nothing out of 1, facing Roque, and he takes the first 2 pitches to get ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Roque so far 3 scoreless, just a couple of hits, 1 walk, and a pair of strikeouts. Musgrave 1 for 9 on the season. And Roque delivers and misses high. That's ball 3. There's a man walking around the bullpen. Not throwing yet, Francisco Braco Vargas. 3 balls, no strikes. And Musgrave draws a 4-pitch walk to start the inning, so the potential go-ahead run now on base. Second walk issued by Eduardo Roque. And Seth Reeves will be the hitter, and now Graham Gorman will be a pinch runner for Jack Musgrave. Gorman, the courtesy runner for the catcher, 3 times already. I'd say his legs are pretty loose. He's now running officially as a pinch runner. Seth Reeves will be the next hitter. Runner at first, nobody out. Reeves has grounded out and struck out. Gorman, a good lead off first. Roque's first pitch, the bunt is down. Sayo has re-entered. He throws to second, and they got him. Gorman caught at second base, a fielder's choice for Seth Reeves on the bunt. And to put out at second base. Sayo made a good play and a very strong throw. Brings up Nate Naguris, who has walked twice and scored a run. Sayo charging in very hard and turned and fired a missile. And the first pitch is a strike. Now in the bullpen, Braco Vargas is starting to throw pretty seriously. Roque's done a nice job, and the pitch. It is low and inside. A ball and a strike. Roque just 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. There's a ground ball. This could be 2. The flip to second for 1. Suarez to first. Double play. A leadoff walk, but TBC gets nothing out of it, 6-4-3. So 3 batters faced by Roque. After 5, we're tied 5-5. We're tied after 5, and now joining us, Trinity Baptist College Athletic Director John D. Jones, who just read a very special announcement to our fans in attendance. And Coach Jones, John Copeland Day, if you don't mind repeating a little bit of what you just said, a very special day, and we're wishing and praying for John.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on, Ray. I know that as the game goes on here, you'll need to jump in with some important information as play occurs, but we're here celebrating our head coach, John Copeland. He's our founding head coach since 2014, somebody who's really been the heart and soul of this program since the very beginning, and he's obviously undergone a very difficult past year and just many medical challenges. He's literally not had a meal in over a year. He's had to live on a completely liquid diet. So if you can imagine the difficulty and struggle with that. And so he's going to Houston. He and his wife Stephanie left this morning. They'll be there for 2 to 3 weeks, undergoing a very complex surgery to reattach certain things that will allow him then to be able to hopefully heal up, get fully restored, and hopefully even be able to just enjoy the simple pleasure of a meal with family and friends. And so we asked for an opportunity to pray for Coach Copeland, and if you're able to, we are also asking for financial support. It's a very expensive time for the family. Both medical bills that are, not certain parts are not fully covered by insurance, and then there's also travel expenses. And so we would encourage everyone to go to the TBC Facebook page and also the website, locate the GoFundMe page. And if God leads you, please support the Copeland family during this time.
Well, we certainly pray for Coach Copeland, the only head coach that we've had here for the baseball program. And, Coach, there are many things a lot more important than the game on the field. We definitely want to win, but Coach Copeland is a lot more important.
Absolutely. As we would do for any individual on this program, or, anybody that was facing a similar situation, whether a coach, a student athlete. We always want to be, prioritize family as our culture, and come around that person with love and support and do everything we can to meet their needs.
One thing I've noticed in my 10 and a half years working for you is the student athletes, they are just good people. Win or lose, they love each other. They'll do whatever they can, whether it be financially, spiritually, just praying for or giving whatever time they're able to give. All the TBC Eagles, whether they're athletes or not, they come together at the time of need.
Absolutely. And that's a culture that we've tried to create from the very beginning. And it starts with our coaches being able to instill that and letting our student athletes know, look, this is what we are going to be about. And you're right, Ray. We've seen scores of examples over the years of great young men and women who have stepped up, sometimes even without being asked, just recognizing a need and saying, hey, I can help with this, and whether it's in a practical way, a financial way, or anything else. And so we're so thankful for that.
Meanwhile, we have a runner at first and a full count to Justin Suarez. Runners going, swing and a miss. They get the strikeout, but a stolen base for Nathaniel Gomez, who started the inning with a walk. So he's at second and now one out. And, Coach, all 6 innings, Atlantis has gotten a leadoff man aboard. And the team that swings a bat like this, you don't want to give them free bases.
No, not at all. So
Oscar Caicedo is at the plate. He is nothing out of 1 officially. He's put down a sac bunt and drawn a walk. Drew Billings in his second inning of work. And a right-hander delivers and misses outside. Coach Ramon Garcia and his Atlanteans joined us for that prayer as we announced Coach Copeland heading to Houston this morning. And all of our visitors, just like TBC, they're joining us in prayer, and many of them have given time and other things to our causes as well.
no doubt about it. And that's what makes, sport and so wonderful is that is yes, we're competitors on the field during the game, but off the field, we can view each other as friends and with mutual respect, and that was great to see. It reminds me even just watching. I'm a big Washington Capitals fan, and we just saw Alex Ovechkin break the career goals record.
Ground ball to second. Reeves will get the out at first.
Nice.
Gomez will advance to third, but now there are 2 away. And with all the turmoil we hear about, we forget there are a lot of good people still in this world.
No doubt. But just watching that record get broken the other day and seeing the opponent, the New York Islanders, on the ice coming in and celebrating as well.
And even Wayne Gretzky's happy about it.
Well, he was there celebrating also.
Yeah, you break a Wayne Gretzky record, you've done something.
Yes. No doubt about it.
I don't know many hockey players, but everyone knows who Wayne Gretzky is.
Right.
He's like Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Billings with the first pitch, strike to Eduardo Perez, who has walked twice, scored a run, and driven one in with a sacrifice fly. No official at bat, but he's played a big role in the comeback effort. We're still tied at 5, and Billings trying to keep it that way and give his offense an opportunity. High fly ball, shallow center field, 3 men giving chase. Jacob Burke makes the catch and ends the inning. The leadoff walk does not hurt. Coach, can you stay on with us?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was very nicely handled there by the center fielder.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. They're tied up at 5-5, and I don't know if you saw the beginning of the game, but TBC put 5 runs on the board in the first. Atlantis came back with 2 in the second to make it 5-3. It looked like we were in for a slugfest, but just a couple more runs to the opposition. Since then, both pitchers have gotten into and out of trouble. Defensive plays, the best play of the game so far, Jonathan Mastelier with that sliding catch, then he doubled off Gorman at second.
Yep.
This game could be well in hand for one team or the other, if not for some nice pitching and defense.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, I was not able to see the beginning. We were running a basketball clinic today at the Johnson Family YMCA in partnership with Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church. Our TBC men's and women's basketball student athletes participated in that. It was a free clinic we were doing just as an outreach, as an opportunity to just bless children in a disadvantaged part of town, and just teach them the game of basketball and share God's love with them through the game of basketball. And so that event was sponsored by Chick-fil-A and Pursuit Real Estate, which is a real estate firm here in town, stepped up to the plate and sponsored that clinic to make it possible. So we're really grateful for them. So we were there this morning. We finished up about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I shot straight over here.
And just some more of the great examples of not just here at TBC, but all throughout the NCCAA especially, and many of our visiting teams and all levels of college. We see what they do on the field. That's all we really hear about, but there's a whole lot of good that they do for other people. Very selfless athletes that get out there, give their time, and in many cases give their money just to help youth and make real connections and draw more into the fold. And, of course, with us especially, that's a chance to witness the gospel of Christ.
Right. And that is central to the mission of the NCCAA, the National Christian College Athletic Association, which is the organization that we participate in. And so we know that that's a good mission fit for us. And every tournament we go to, whether it's regional or national tournament, we participate in a Christian service project. And it's just an opportunity to share God's love with others through our platform as student athletes.
Hey, before I forget, let's give a shout out to Piper Young, who came ever so close to a no-hitter against
incredible.
A very good hitting NAIA Weber International a couple of days ago. And first pitch to Gattinella is a strike.
One of her top performances of the year, no question.
Of her 3 years here.
Yes, you're right. That's correct, yes.
And we were all pulling for that no-hitter, but they got the win.
Yep.
Team-wise, that's the most important thing.
Oh, yeah. I think, is that our first win this year over an NAIA?
That is. It's the fourth win of the season.
So happy for Coach Blackmer, new coach, stepping into a difficult situation with very little prep time, taking over a team just a few weeks before the season started, but he's done an outstanding job.
And he's already in the works of building for next year. There's a ground ball hit hard by Gattinella, but right at the shortstop, and Caicedo makes the play. And, Coach, I've said many times, Dominic Gattinella, his batting average does not show just how well he has hit the ball all season.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
That's another one as he hit hard but turned into an out. So Tyson LaChapelle at the plate, and Tyson had a 3-run base-clearing double in the big 5-run first inning. He is 1 for 2 and takes a good swing at a curveball.
Yeah, I love his potential, young freshman, and I've gotten to know him some this year. He's in my Monday morning mentor group, and just a terrific young man.
1 strike to LaChapelle. And he takes this one outside. Now, he missed a few games middle of the season due to injury, but what a job he has done in his first year of college ball.
Absolutely.
RBIs 7, 8, and 9 on that double right down a line just over the third base bag. A ball and a strike. Roque delivers, and this one is in the dirt. That is ball 2. And Coach Blackmer, like we were starting to say, already working towards next season. He didn't have a chance to bring in some of his own players this time, but we can bet he is already finding the talent and bringing them to TBC.
Absolutely.
2 balls and a strike. That one misses up and away, and that's ball 3. Trinity Baptist has gotten some runners aboard in the last few innings, but Roque has been able to make some pitches and gotten some defense behind him. 3 balls and a strike. Pitch on the way, and a looper. Suarez going back, and it will drop in. For a moment, it looked like that Gabarro was going to make the catch. There may have been a little miscommunication, but LaChapelle will take the base hit.
Yeah, he made a good effort. He would have had to Willie Mays it with an over-the-shoulder grab, but he lost sight of it right at the last second there.
So the potential go-ahead run aboard, and in the bottom of the 6th, that could be the winning run with Jacob Burke being called back, and Blake Bandy will be the pinch hitter for Burke. And looks like we're going to have a runner heading over to first base as well.
Coach Jordan Broughton interacting with the umpire. He is our interim coach going forward in Coach Copeland's absence for the next couple of weeks. Did a great job last season as well in a similar moment when Coach had his first, where the medical crisis first hit.
And at that time, we weren't sure if Coach Copeland would even make it, but with God's grace, he is still with us, and we hope and
multiple
pray.
Weeks. He was touch and go for a long time there.
Yeah, he was in and out, and he's still with us, so God's not done with him yet.
No, not at all. Still with us, and even by the middle of last fall, able to make it back out to practices, and actually has been coaching the team this year. And we were going to try to, in hopes that they could schedule the surgery for after the season, but this particular surgery is complicated. It's going to need 3 surgeons working together at one time, and they were not able to coordinate the schedules of all 3 of those surgeons for the summertime. So this was the best time to do it, and so they just made the decision to go ahead and get out to Houston and get it done.
Well, not to take away from Coach Copeland, but meanwhile, we have some changes for TBC. Blake Bandy will be batting for Jacob Burke. Trey Rosado is the pinch runner at first for Tyson LaChapelle. And Coach Garcia was also talking with the umpires. He could be making some changes. The two umpires are now going over the lineup card, it appears. Meanwhile, Roque taking advantage to throw a few extra warm-up tosses. There was action in the bullpen, but it doesn't look like any pitching change. I haven't seen anyone come out of the dugout defensively. And now the umpires are talking with Coach Jordan. And Coach Jordan looks like if and when Coach Copeland does hang it up, that he's ready to take over. He did a terrific job in that half season last year. And he knows baseball. He knows recruiting. Of course, he's our recruiting coordinator.
Absolutely.
And he's bringing players in all the time.
Absolutely. Another alum is also in the dugout with us, finishing out the year this year, John Shiver.
Former All-American, multi-All-American.
Yes, absolutely. Somebody we just recently inducted into our Trinity Baptist College Athletics Hall of Fame.
And he's gotten a lot of experience with a couple more former TBC Eagles, Matt Carter and Dan Richard, all three of them coaching at Oakleaf High School and leading their team to a whole lot of wins.
Absolutely. So
now, they didn't beat Trinity Christian come here a couple weeks ago.
Right.
But,
I heard it was a close game.
Yeah, but they were all happy to be back on their college field where they played.
Sure.
Now, I called that game, and it was a good one, and the Conquerors nearly pulled that out. And the Conquerors, in about an hour and a half, are about to play for kind of an unofficial national championship tournament.
Sure.
They're in the championship game. They're number 29 in the country.
Right.
We were hoping they would get to play number 1, Corona from California, but Venice beat Corona yesterday. So the number 93 team taking on Trinity Christian in one of the national tournaments for the championship game today.
Tremendous. And then we'll be back, I believe, Tuesday. We're here at home for the start of Florida playoffs. Is that correct?
The district playoffs, and that's the reason that Trinity Baptist has moved the game to 12 o'clock against Thomas, for those who may not have heard yet, because Trinity Christian will be starting the district playoffs that night. That is required. That's required by the Florida High School Athletic Association.
Right.
I'm not sure what this delay is all about. Roque's still tossing, and now Blake Bandy is walking into the batter's box. So after all that, the only changes we know of are Bandy pinch hitting and Rosado pinch running. Coach, we couldn't have asked for beautiful weather here today.
Yeah, much better than last night, that's for sure.
Yeah, 3 lightning strikes, and you were down there in a dugout talking with the umpires more than once.
Yeah.
Correct decision made. We'd rather take the loss of a game than the potential loss of players.
Right, yeah.
So Rosado leads off first, and the game resumes with a good swing by Bandy, and he fouls this one straight back. No balls and a strike. Softball plays its final home games Monday against Edward Waters, beginning at 5 p.m., the doubleheader. 1 strike on the way, and a changeup misses up and away. Now let's see if the long layoff, Roque gets affected. He was wise to keep tossing to keep that arm loose. Bandy, a lot of room down the right field line. Roque delivers and misses just below the knees for ball 2. Bandy on the season, 2 out of 16 with an RBI. But he's made good contact. Puts the ball in play. See, 2-1. That one is inside for ball 3. After Bandy, top of the order, and Ryan Onks has been on base all 7 times in this series. He's on deck. 3 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss. And, Coach, did you hear anything maybe about Jacob Brigman? Just 2 innings today and gave up 3 runs.
I have not.
Not his usual self, so we're just hoping there's no injury.
Right, yeah. I have not heard anything specific to that. Maybe trying to rest him and just used him as an opener. I'm not sure.
Meanwhile, ball 4 to Roque, and honestly, I couldn't have argued if that pitch had been called a strike because it looked pretty good, but Eagles get the call, and Jacob Burke is going to re-enter, taking over at first base for Blake Bandy. But Blake did his job. He got himself on base. Rosado is now at second. And with nobody out, or check that, one out, Ryan Ongst is at the plate. He has walked twice and singled, and his courtesy runner, Graham Gorman, has scored a run. But Gorman's now in the game officially as a pinch runner. Of course, he has come out. So Ongst now a chance to drive in a run. He has 24 RBIs and big run at second base, the go-ahead variety. And Roque with the pitch is taken for a strike. And Ryan will take some pitches. He doesn't like to swing too early in the count. He'll work the count, try to get one in his favor. Still action in the bullpen. One strike to Ongst. Fastball popped it up, but it's going to get out of play. I believe that is, once again, Francisco Bracco Vargas warming up in the bullpen for the Atlanteans. Grab the binoculars, and yes, that is. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch on the way. High fly ball, left field, but it should be caught. Mustelier makes the catch, and that's out number 2. The first time that Ryan Ongst has not gotten on base. Looking ahead to the 7th, middle third of the batting order, Rodriguez, Mustelier, and Medina due up for Atlantis. Coach, these guys can swing the bat.
Absolutely.
These Atlanteans, they are 2-time USCAA World Series participants. I believe this may be their 4th or 5th season.
Mm-hmm.
Still a very young program, but a well-experienced roster, a whole lot of juniors and seniors. McGann takes the first pitch outside. He is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Go-ahead run at second, Trey Rosado. Jacob Burke at first, 2 outs. Roque, 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. I thought that grazed McGann, but it's just inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Coach, you know exactly when the surgery will take place?
I believe Tuesday, I think.
There's a line drive toward the gap, but it's going to be chased down and caught by Gomez, who was playing McGann right there. Another hard hit ball caught. Eagles get 2 men aboard, but do not score. After 6, tied at 5.
Ray, thanks for letting me join you.
Always a pleasure. You don't need an invitation. Just, of course, you're the athletic director in charge, so but you're always welcome to grab the mic.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for telling us about Coach Copeland and
sir.
reminding everybody there's far more to the game on the field.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Coach Jones.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ray.
We'll
Y'all
pause
do a great
here.
job for us.
Thank you. We'll pause here and we'll get ready for the 7th in just a moment. Billings back out there for the 7th. So far, 2 innings. And Billings has allowed just a couple of hits, 1 earned run. He has walked 2 and struck out 1. He will face Gianni Rodriguez, Jonathan Mustelier, and Marco Medina. We're in the 7th. Remember, it's 2 7-inning ball games here this afternoon. And right now, it's Billings against Roque. But to start the inning, it's Billings against Gianni Rodriguez, who is 2 for 3, doubled and scored off Billings in the 5th. He was the first man that Drew faced, and the changeup misses outside. Billings 2-1 with 9 saves. He won't get save number 10, but he could still win it or lose it. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. High pop fly over near the dugout. Onks giving chase. He dives and he made the catch. And Onks pulling a Larson lot from earlier in the season at the tournament, and Onks makes the play. So 1 out. I believe the guys in the dugout just heard that call. So 1 out. What a play by Ryan Ongst, and Jonathan Mastelier at the plate. He has doubled twice, scored 1 and driven in 2. 2 for 3 overall. And Billings with the first pitch on the outside corner. We're told that Brigman may have just been on a limited pitch count just to keep his arm in shape. He's pitched a lot for the Eagles. And TBC does face NAIA Thomas University twice on Tuesday. And then after that, it's a long time before they play again, more than a week and a half. We will finish the regular season with a doubleheader against John Melvin Christian College on April 26th. A ball and a strike, and this one is down in the dirt. Atlantis still has some action to go after this doubleheader today. I'll tell you that in just a moment. Billings delivers, and Mastelier pops this one foul out of play. Atlantis is home against Millennia Atlantic University on Friday the 18th and Saturday the 19th. Looks like single games on each day. And then they will finish with a 4-game series at United International College. Here's a 2-2 and a ground ball towards second. Reeves will backhand, throw to first in time. So 2 up, 2 down, and Marco Medina at the plate. That season-ending series features a doubleheader on Thursday the 24th. Again, it's at United International College. That starts at 11 a.m. And then a single game on the 25th at 1 and a single game on Saturday the 26th at a time still to be determined. So the season coming to an end in about 2 weeks. And Billings gets the first pitch fastball for a strike to Marco Medina, 1 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored. And Billings delivers and gets strike 2. Williams, Musgrave, and Reeves scheduled for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the 7th. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, the base is empty. And a high pop foul out of play. Diving catch by Ryan Ongst and a ground ball the second. That's the inning summary so far. Eagles will have a chance to walk it off, but will they need 1 or will they need more? Billings trying to make sure it's 1. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch misses outside. Count is now 1-2. Rocco Vargas still throwing in the Atlanteans bullpen. And right as I say that, he starts to walk toward the dugout. Billings gets the strikeout. It's only his second, but 3 innings of 1-run ball for Drew Billings. He and the Eagles have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied 5-5. Are tied at 5, bottom of the 7th. Trinity Baptist needs 1 run to win, and they'll try to get it off Francisco Braco Vargas, the new pitcher for the Atlanteans. A sophomore, originally from Venezuela, hails from Ojeda, Florida. Business major, and he will take over for Eduardo Roque, who did a brilliant job. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Gavin Williams leads things off, nothing out of 2. He hit that line drive that Mastelier made the sliding catch on and turned into a double play. Williams has scored a run. This pitch missed, 1 ball, no strikes. Rocco Vargas delivers and evens a count with a fastball in the inside corner. No stats available for the right-hander. Plans to go into marketing and social media upon graduation. Right now, he's trying to get Gavin Williams and keep him off the base pass. He misses with ball 2. Graham Gorman in the on-deck circle. He pinch ran for Jack Musgrave and stayed in the designated hitter slot. Williams has power. The wind is blowing out, not too hard. And he tried to end the game with that swing and came up empty. Williams has hit 4. He's driven in 24. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Williams facing Rocco Vargas. All 3 is in the dirt, and the pitcher may have tried to overthrow that one. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Francisco Braco Vargas takes a look, now ready, the payoff pitch. High fly ball, the right field on its way back. It's going to be over the head of Gabarro. Williams on his way to second. They're going to wave him on for 3. Here comes a throw. It is in time. What a throw from Gabarro to the relay man, Caicedo, and they cut down Williams, trying to extend it to a triple. It goes as a double, but the relay throw perfect. The throw from right also perfect, and the bases are empty with 1 out. Williams never hesitated. It took 2 great throws, and that's what they got. So 1 out, and Graham Gorman at the plate. And we'll have a pause as Coach Broden wants to make sure of the call. Gabarro made a perfect throw, and then I believe it was Suarez, the second baseman, who made the relay, and it put it right on the bag. It was an easy tag for Vasallo. The question is, was it in time? And someone else is asking if maybe they blocked the bag. So we'll check the monitor while we have the opportunity. And Vasallo had the foot in front of the bag, cutting off the lane for Williams. The call is going to stand. And so the bases are empty with 1 out, and Graham Gorman waiting to take his at-bat. He's hitting 190 on the season, a homer and 8 RBIs. So instead of that winning run at third, now there's 1 out with nobody on base. And the first pitch misses to Gorman. Well, those were 2 perfect throws. Now 1 ball, no strikes to Gorman. Rocco Vargas delivers and misses upstairs for ball 2. That was a really hard fastball. Gorman with his first at-bat. He's done some running today. both as a courtesy runner and a pinch runner. Now his first time swinging the bat. 2 balls, no strikes, and a pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts 2-1. Williams hit that ball hard, and it looked like he was going to make it, but those 2 relay throws. Here's a 2-1. There's a fly ball into right. It's slicing, and it's going to be on the ground. It gets by. Gorman on his way to second, but he will stop right there, especially after those throws we just saw. So Gorman doubles, and the Eagles have the winning run at second base with 1 out. Gabarro was playing more towards the gap, and Gorman was able to slice it and keep it away from him. The ball really didn't go that much further after hitting the ground, so Gorman did the wise thing and held up at second. Seth Reeves will be the next batter, but will he face Francisco Bracco Vargas? We'll find out in a moment as Coach Garcia is out to the mound. We'll be right back. Conference is over. Francisco Bracco Vargas will face Seth Reeves, a chance to drive home the game-winning run. He has done it before. 13 RBIs on the season. Gorman doubled. Now, Williams started with a double and was cut down trying to make it 3. Gorman doubles, good speed at second, Reeves at the plate, Naguris on deck. Hard-throwing right-hander on the mound. And a pitch. In there for a strike, and Reeves agrees with the call. They are playing Reeves more the other way. 1 strike the pitch, a lot of room to the right side. And that one hits Reeves. Well, if nothing else for the Atlanteans, it sets up a potential inning-ending double play situation. Nate Naguris at the plate. He has walked twice and grounded into a double play. He scored 1 of the 5 runs in the first inning. Coach Broden will call time. He wants to chat with his batter and his base runners. Consecutive doubles, but an out at third, then a hit batsman. So 2 on with 1 out, and Naguris at the plate. And if the game doesn't end, or the inning at least doesn't end with him, Dominic Gattinella would bat next. So Coach Broden, Coach Coffrin, with the base runners, the batter, and the on-deck hitter. Now Gattinella heads back to the circle. 1 run for the Atlanteans in the first, 5 for TBC. Then in the second, 2 for Atlantis. Stayed that way until the 5th when Atlantis got 2 more. Both those 2-run rallies came on doubles by Gomez and then Mastelier. Each one drove in 2. And then Trinity Baptist had some opportunities, but came up empty. Now the winning run is at second. Seth Reeves is at first. One out, potential double play situation for the defense. Naguris at the plate. He has driven in 17. Line drive, it's off the flag. They're going to get the out at first, but that was a game-saving play by Marco Medina. Naguris lined it right down the line, but Medina, had he made the catch, would have been a double play, but he kept the ball close enough to where he could recover and get Naguris. A 3 unassisted. Both runners advance. 2 outs, and Dominic Gattinella at the plate. Again, keep in mind that concrete wall just in case a pitch gets by. Gorman will have to realize that too. He's at third. Potential game-saving play by Marco Medina just a moment ago. 2 great defensive plays in this inning. Ball gets away. Here comes Gorman. The Eagles win. A pass ball allows Gorman to score, and Trinity Baptist wins it 6-5. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 6, Atlantis 5. The winning pitcher, Drew Billings. He is now 3-1 on the season. And the loser is Francisco Bracco Vargas. We do not have his numbers, however. For the Eagles, they are now 19-14 overall and 9-3 in South Region play. Atlantis is 20-11. They are 4-3 in the USCAA. An exciting ball game, a comeback effort by Atlantis. They tied it up. Trinity Baptist wins it on a passed ball in the bottom of the 7th. That run is unearned, but it is the winning run for the Eagles. That's it for game number 1. We'll stop the feed. We'll start up a new one at approximately 3 o'clock to 3:05 as game 2 is ready to begin. I'm Ray Bureau. We'll see you in about half an hour.